Okay, so this is what the book says. We know in a circle you have the ratio of the circumference divided by the diameter is what?
I think
The ratio in a circle, the circumference divided by the diameter is?
Is it pi?
Pi. What did you think it was?
Pi.
Cool. You know pi day is coming up? And we know pi is 3.1415-ish, right?
Yep.
But the Egyptians approximated pi, according to the book, as 3 1/8. Now, do you remember what 1/8 is as a fraction?
It's 0.125.
decimal?
A decimal. Sorry.
0.125.
Do you remember what 1/8 is as a fraction?
1/8.
That's right. 1/8 is a decimal?
It's 0.125.
0.125. Very good. So
So
it's an okay approximation.
3 1/7 would have been a little better.
Yeah, actually, interestingly enough, 3 1/7.
142.857.
Yeah.
142.857.
In fact, 22/7, 3 1/7,
Yeah.
is a very useful approximation to know for pi.
Yeah.
That's a fraction that approximates pi really well. So in order to find the area of a circle, what do we have to do?
We have to.
It's pi times the radius squared.
Pi times the radius squared. So in order to find the area of a circle with, let's say, radius equals, I don't know, 10?
10.
We have to calculate area equals pi times 100. And according to the Egyptians, this would be 3 1/8 times 100.
It would be 312.5
Okay?
because 3.125.
Right. But the Egyptians, I don't think, knew the decimal system, so they didn't know about 0.125. So they had to figure out how to divide by 8. So so far, all we've learned how to do is divide by 2.
But-
So if you know how to divide by 2, well, how can you divide by 8?
You can
Well,
divide by 2 3 times.
Because it's 2. 8 is 2 cubed.
Aha! So in order to calculate 3 1/8 times 100, what are we going to have to do? What are the steps we're going to do?
Well, we're gonna have to divide by 2. We're gonna have to divide by 2 again, and then one more time.
Okay.
And we're also going to have to do 3 times 100 and then 1/8 times 100.
Okay. Okay. So that's actually what both of you laid it out. We're going to have to do 3 times 100, which is
Which would be 300.
300. I'm not going to do that the Egyptian way. Then we're going to have to do 1/8 plus 1/8 times 100. But all we need to know how to do is divide by 2.
Well, then we can divide by. We'll just divide by 2.
We'll just have to divide by 2 3 times. So 100 divided by 2 is, how do I break 100 into something simpler?
100.
All right.
So it's 50.
50. 50 divided by 2 is
25.
25. 25 divided by 2, finally I have to break this into pieces. So what are the pieces?
20 plus 4 plus 1.
20 plus 4 plus 1 divided by 2.
That would be, it's 10 plus 2 plus a half, so 12 and a half.
12 and a half. So the area of our circle with radius 10 is going to be 300 plus 12 and a half.
So 312 and a half.
Just like you guys said.
Yeah.
So that's pretty neat. This approximation for pi of being about 3 1/8, which you noticed is not as good as 3 1/7. But 1/7 would have been a little more difficult to multiply by.
Yeah.
So this advantage of using 3 1/8 in their system made it easy to multiply things by pi, because you just multiplied by 3 and then you added on a number that you got by dividing by 2 3 successive times.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's actually pretty neat. So the actual area of a circle with radius 10 would be not 312.5.
It would be
What would it be approximately if we had used a very good approximation for pi?
314.1.
Maybe, yeah,
Okay.
because you
So-
just did-
You can see it's actually fairly close.
Yeah.
It's not a terrible approximation, 3 and an eighth
yeah.
pi. It's not quite right, and also we know it's a little bit less, so that's a good thing to know too.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
pretty neat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, good work this morning, guys. Good job.